Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. My name is Candice, and I am going to be leading you through this morning's yoga practice for UPlift Blackboard. So this is a gentle / restorative class. If you have a pillow or a block, or even if you have a bolster like this, just take a couple of seconds to go and grab it. And we're going to begin our practice today laying down in a restful pose. So whenever you're ready, you could use it as a pillow for the back of your head. If you have any lower back issues, just put it underneath your knees. Get as comfortable as possible. So if you want to light some candles or open up some blinds, put some scent on if you want, just create a space for yourself this morning. And then as you come down onto your mat, see if you can widen out your feet a little bit more, spread out through your arms. Take a really deep breath in through the nose and a big exhale. Let it go. If you find that you have very racy thoughts this morning, if your mind is moving at a mile a minute, just go ahead and place your right hand onto your heart and your left hand onto your belly. And as you make that connection to the physical body, see if your inhales can get a little deeper. And as you exhale, can you connect with that feeling of letting go? Softening the space in between your eyebrows. Allowing your mouth to relax. So if you find that you're clenching your jaw, or if you have your tongue up at the roof of your mouth, just soften in that area and let go. Big inhales, big exhales, inviting in more of what you need on those in-breaths and letting go of anything that feels heavy for you this morning on those out-breaths. Using the breath to just bring us into the present moment. To hold space for ourselves. To ground, to breathe. And you feel as the belly rises, as the chest rises. As you connect with that feeling, just visualize the waves of the ocean. Maybe gently coming in towards the shore. And then slowly sweeping back out. Take care of our minds by slowing down, by being present, by just allowing ourselves to feel whatever it is that we're feeling. There is an intention that you would like to set for your practice this morning or for the week ahead. Just allow that to be a personal intention. Allow it to move with you as we move our bodies, our minds, our breath. If at any point in the practice, all you need to do is sit and be still, be okay with that. Knowing that you're supported by the mat, by the ground, by the earth. Can you allow the back of your body to become a little heavier, while the front of your body becomes a little lighter? Before we begin to physically move, can you list some things in your mind, no matter how big or how small, that you're grateful for this morning? Just simply thinking about gratitude changes the mindset and the perspective. It allows us to be more open and receptive. You're ready, just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes one at a time. We're not in any rush this morning. So what feels right for you and your body. And then start to circle out your wrists and your ankles. We're going to go for a full body stretch. Palms interlace at your belly as you inhale, reach all the way back. Exhale, let it go. You can do that again if you need to. We're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Interlacing your palms onto the top of your right shin. And just kind of rocking that right femur bone from side to side in its socket. Notice if it's a little tight or maybe you have a lot of mobility there. Through our practice, we get to know our bodies more. And then start to slow that down. We're going to keep the left palm where it is. Just take your right arm over to your right side. And on an exhale, really slowly bring your right knee down towards the left side of your mat. If you want to adjust with that pillow that you have, just place it underneath the right knee. And you can use your upper right arm as a pillow. We're going to take a few deep breaths here. So important to twist through the core, to detox those organs, give them a gentle squeeze, to lubricate the spine. Allow each exhale to slide that right hand further out towards the right side of your mat. As you inhale, bring that right leg back up. We're just going to move it over to the other side so you can place your left palm on your left hip and start to bring that right knee down towards the right. And again, you can move your pillow or your support over so that you have that resting spot for yourself. Breathe in here. If you're not quite feeling anything, just bring that right knee up a little higher towards the back of your mat. 2 more breaths. And use your right palm to guide you. Inhale, bring the right knee up. You're going to exhale and squeeze your head and shoulders up. Nose towards the right knee and interlacing your palms underneath the sole of your right foot or the sole of it. And then gaze down towards your belly button. You should be feeling a nice stretch through the top of the back, the lower back. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, come back down. We're going to draw the left knee in to meet the right knee. Just give yourself a big hug and rock gently from side to side. You might notice that your right side feels different to the left. We're going to balance that out as we slow that rock down, come back through to center. Go ahead and extend your right leg all the way out, grounding down through that right heel. And when you're ready, left palm extends out into a T beside you. That left knee is going to roll over. You can come onto the outer edge of your right leg as well. Extend all the way over and then gaze left. Close your eyes and breathe. 3 more nice slow breaths here. Feel those exhales stretch you out a little bit more. Feel as that left palm slides out and that left knee lowers down. And inhale, pick that left leg back up. We're just going to roll it over to the other side. You notice that your right knee is starting to pick up. Just use your right palm to ground it down. And hang out here for a few breaths, taking what you need from this pose. Three more. And then using your left palm, just gently bring that left leg back up through to center, interlacing your palms onto the top of the shin. And if this is feeling good for you here, just stay. If you want to gently rock it to get more of a stretch, you can. We're going to move into Untitled pose to squeeze out the digestive tract. So inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, just squeeze, gazing down towards your belly button again. Stretching out those shoulders, get a nice soft bend into your elbows. And we'll make sure that that right leg is grounded onto the earth for 2 more breaths. Exhale, bring it down. And your left leg is going to move into a butterfly. So the outer edge of your left foot is going to touch down and your right foot is going to slide up to meet it. Really great neck stretch. We're going to take our hands behind our head. Just kind of hang out here. Let your elbows soften. Pinky toes touch. Your eyes are closed. And visualize that you're in your favorite place. If you like the sun, maybe you can feel the sun shining down onto you. Each exhale, let your knees sink closer to the earth. We're going to move into that neck movement. When you're ready, use your palms to pick your head and shoulders up. And then as if you're hugging your head, squeeze your elbows in towards each other. And then just gaze over to your right side. So your head is fully supported here, but you're feeling that stretch. Stay as long as you need, and then all we're going to do is take it over to the opposite side. So you're gazing to the front left corner of your mat, but you're giving yourself a nice big hug with those hands. Back through to center, chin to chest. Exhale, go ahead and take the head all the way down. Extending your palms to the outer thighs. Let's just slowly bring the knees together. Give yourself another big hug. And rock it out. Back through to center. Go ahead and place your feet down, hip distance apart on your mat. Inhale to take your hips up into a very soft and comfortable bridge. So the idea here is more of an opening through the heart. That's all you want to feel. No strain on the neck. Tuck the chin in towards the chest a little more. Make sure you're comfortable through your feet. And just push those hips up a little higher. Exhale, go ahead and bring it down nice and slow. Bring your knees in towards your heart. All we're going to do is roll over to our side and push our way up into a cross-legged seat. So extending your top leg and coming up. If that's not comfortable for you, just sitting on the ground, please do use a support like your pillow or a cushion, and then relax. We're going to take our hands onto the tops of our knees. Allow your eyes to close again if you open them in that transition, and just deep breath in and exhale, let it go. You can bring your index fingers to your thumbs, that's Gaya Mudra. Roll your shoulders back. Visualize a string right at the top of your head. And that string is gently pulling you up towards the sky. Sitting really tall and proud of yourself and who you are. Inhaling that gratitude. Exhaling any doubt. Just breathe and visualize a crown on the top of your head. Allow it to shine. Allow your heart to open up a little bit more. We're going to inhale, taking the arms all the way to the sky. Take your time, reach out, stretch. And as you exhale, bringing your right palm down onto the earth. Just reach over with that left palm coming into a side body stretch. Gazing up towards the sky, lift your chin. And you really want to extend that energy out of the fingertips, out of the heart, and breathe here. Inhale, back to center. We're going to switch sides. So that left palm will touch down. Inhale, go ahead and take that right arm up. Reach it over. Gaze to sky. Heart is open. Rib cage is getting a nice extension. Inhale, bring it back into a cross-legged seat, Sukhasana pose. We're going to interlace our hands to our lower back. So you're getting a nice stretch through the upper arms. And then at your own pace, we're going to start to exhale and lower the top of the head down to the earth. This is where you might want to place your block or cushion underneath your forehead. And keep reaching out of those fingers, stretching the shoulders and really stretching the hips too. You feel your shoulders starting to creep up towards the ears, just keep extending them back. 2 more breaths here. And inhale, should feel really good through the front of the heart. start to come back up into your cross-legged seat. So we're going to move into more of a twist from here. Take your right palm onto the top of your left thigh. Reach your left palm behind you. So you can also make a fist with that left palm behind you. And all you want to do is gaze over towards the left side of your mat. Keep opening. When you're ready, bring it back through to center. Right palm comes behind you, left palm extends across. Roll that right shoulder back. Feel that stretch through the belly. Lift the chin, gaze behind you. 2 to 3 breaths here. And again, anything that we do to twist through the core is really great for squeezing out the digestive system and just bringing some fresh oxygenated blood to that space. Exhale, go ahead and release. We're going to come into our seated butterfly. So we did this when we were laying back on our mats. Pinky toes come together. Interlace your palms underneath the outer edges of your feet, and then just see how tall you can sit. So if you have one knee higher than the other, that is the tighter part of your body. And we're just going to try and breathe into that space a little bit more because we store a lot of tension and stress in our hips, and those hip flexors get shorter and just doesn't feel great on the body. So a few breaths here, and it doesn't have to go very far. Just exhale and start to come down. Breathe. Stretch. Inhale, come back up. Keep your right leg where it is. Extend that left leg all the way up. This is our Janushirasana pose. So you want to turn your upper body over that left leg. Okay, inhale to raise your arms all the way up. And then all we're doing is folding forward towards that left leg. So wherever your hands land, be okay with that. It could be here. Maybe you can extend forward. Maybe you're just resting them on your thigh. Close your eyes and just relax here. Let each exhale bring you closer down without overthinking it, without judging it, and just allowing your body to feel good. A great support if you're using a block or a pillow is to just place it underneath that bent right knee. We'll have about 4 more breaths here, so just feel that out. And inhale, start to make your way back up nice and slow. We're going to switch it over to the other side. So taking that right leg out, left foot will come in, set up your supports, and then turn your body physically over that right leg. Inhale, take your arms all the way to the sky, relax the shoulders, and exhale, start to come down, down. And you might feel completely different on this side of your body, okay? So if you're tighter here, maybe don't fold as far. If you're feeling more open, go for it. Three more breaths. Inhale. Slowly rise with the chest, with the head come up. And we're going to swing around onto our hands and our knees, coming into a tabletop position. So if you have a knee injury or if your knees are just sensitive and it's not comfortable for you, roll up your pillow, put it under your knees, or even roll up your mat or a towel. Really anything works, just get comfortable. And you're going to take your palms out in front of you. Spread the fingers nice and wide. See, curve your spine. Let's bring the right ear to the right shoulder. So you're gazing towards your toes. Inhale back to center. And exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Round your spine. Take your chin in towards your chest. Pointing the top of your head down towards the earth. I want you to really feel the top vertebrae release right at the neck. Let it soften and pause there. Nod your head yes. Inhale. Blossom your tailbone behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Lift your chin. This is our cow pose, Uttanasana. Exhale, take it back into your cat pose, and the flow between these two is really amazing for your spine. So if you feel like you need to pause anywhere, please do. Even as you come into your cat, if you slide your hips back a little bit more, you're going to get that stretch right underneath the armpits, into the traps. So you can close your eyes and just feel that movement. I also invite you to throw in those seat curves so that your spine is moving in 4 different ways. You're just feeling that out. Back to center. Take your knees apart nice and wide. Find your pillow. We're going to lower it down into a child's pose. So you're extending your arms out in front of you. If that for any reason doesn't feel good, take your arms behind you like this. Just close your eyes and relax. Very restorative pose. You can gaze any way that you want. Two more breaths in your restorative child's pose. Slowly start to rise. We're going to make our way back through a table. From here, moving into a thread the needle pose. So it's kind of like a pretzel. Just go slow, and if I miss a step, I'll go over it again. Inhale to take your left arm up. And as you exhale, you're going to slide your left hand underneath the right arm, resting down onto the left side of your face or just the temple. So again, start on your left side, inhale that left palm up, grab your pillow if you need it, and then slide that left hand underneath. Pausing right here. Take a couple more breaths. And all we're going to do is switch sides. So as you come back through to center, I'll turn this way so that you can see. You're in your table. You're going to take your right arm up, all the way up. Exhale, slide it through, and then rest down onto your side. The more that you're able to slide that hand out, the deeper you're going to get into this pose. We'll take 2 full breaths here. And inhale, start to draw that right hand back, coming into your tabletop position. from here, all we're going to do is sit back onto our heels. So untuck your toes, sit back onto your heels, get comfy, right hand onto your heart, left hand onto your belly. And let's just recalibrate. So let's bring our body vertical and breathe. Inhale that gratitude, exhale that doubt. Feel as the cells in your body start to awaken to get that fresh oxygen. When you're ready, slowly rise up onto your knees. You're going to go ahead and take your right leg up to your side. You're going to have the entire sole of the foot down, so you're on the outer edge of the right foot and able to press into it. Bring your right palm down onto the thigh. Inhale, left arm all the way up. And then stretch, stretch, stretch. More side body elongation here. Just go as far as you can. That feels good. Not as far as you can to a place that feels good and healing to you. Inhale, come back. Take that left palm down and that right palm up. Shoulders are stacked. Move your head so that it's in line with your hips. Chin is just slightly away from the chest. And inhale, let's rise back up. We're going to switch sides. So right foot comes in, left side extends out. And maybe this is where you are stopping with this pose. Maybe this is where you get that stretch and you feel good. If you would like to go further, inhale, right arm all the way up. Reach it over. Soften the gaze and the eyes, and then we'll counteract that pose. Bring that right palm down, left palm on. Good. Child's pose is so key to a gentle practice. So we're going to untuck the right toes and come down into a variation of our child's pose that allows for a deep extension through the left leg. So you're basically, one leg is extended out and one leg is in child's pose. And you can rest your forehead onto your mat or your pillow or whatever feels good. And inhale, let's switch sides. So pretty deep stretch into that left thigh. Bring it in, bend it into child's pose, and go ahead and extend that right leg out. Ground the heel down, the toe is gonna lift, and then you just rest here. And inhale, start to rise. Coming all the way up. We're gonna move into one of our very few downward facing dogs for today's practice. So when you're ready, just go ahead and plant your palms down, tuck your toes under, and create that nice upside down V shape with the body. So really nice extension through the legs, the feet. You can pedal it out if you want to. Just keep shifting your weight from side to side. And then when you're ready, heels grab, tailbone really extends and tucks all the way up to the sky. And 4 more breaths here. We're going to draw the right shin all the way up, coming into pigeon pose. Sliding the left foot up behind you, and then just lowering down. Five nice deep breaths here. And to make your way up out of your pigeon, take your time. Arms are grounded. And we're going to stretch that right leg out. So we've had it bent, we've had that hip opening. We're going to give it a little stretch. So tuck the left toes, lift the knee up, and then give that right leg a little stretch and a shake, and then come into your downward dog. We'll switch sides when you're ready. So left shin comes up. And as long as your left knee is not feeling overstretched or extended, you're doing it right. You can flex the left toes just to keep that knee protected and start to make your way down. Hips are going to be square to the earth, and the more you square them out, the more you bring that right hip down. You're going to feel that in the left hip. We'll take a few breaths here. Just make sure that your head is comfortable. And slowly, inhale, starting to come back up out of your Kapotasana pigeon pose. So right toes tuck, the knee is going to lift. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. Give that left leg a little shake again. And then bring your knees down onto the earth. The next pose that we're going to come into is called frog or Mandukasana. It can feel a little bit sensitive on your knees, so please roll up your mat if you need to roll up your mat or put something underneath them. This is a very calming pose for the nervous system. So essentially you're going to take your knees apart nice and wide, and you're going to bring your right toes out, then your left, and you want to start to sink down and rest onto your forearms. You can rest onto your fists, and you can bring the feet in or out to a place that feels good for you. We'll take a few breaths here. Sinking the hips back with an exhale whenever we can. Let the exhale soften the shoulders too. Inhale. Lead with the top of your head, start to come back up. Stay a little longer if you need to be there for a little bit longer, or bring the feet in. We're going to extend the legs all the way out. Give them a nice shake. Ground the heels, bring the toes together as well. Moving into a forward fold, Hashimotonasana. Inhale, arms all the way up. So we've done this on either side, and now we're going to do it with both legs. As you exhale, starting to come down towards the legs. A few deep breaths here. Your elbows are going to soften, and you'll notice, even if it's just a millimeter, that your exhales actually allow you to go deeper into this pose. And then just moving back into that nervous system for one more pose. Inhale, come up. Go ahead and open up the legs nice and wide. Exhale and lower down to a place that feels good. So we move from closed leg, Hashimotonasana, to a wide-legged fold. Heels are grounded, toes are flexed. Heart is open, so we're not rounding through the upper back, the thoracic spine. We're keeping a nice open chest and a flat space at the top of the body. Inhale, back up nice and slow. We're going to bring the feet back together. This is our third time coming into butterfly. More restorative this time. So if you had your heels closer to your hips before, I want you to really slide them out. You're going to get your nice comfy pillow and just start to lower down onto it. Hands can rest to wherever is comfortable, and that pillow can also be wherever you want it to be. Few more breaths here. Just let every part of your body slow down. Let it soften. Let it release. We are all holding on to so much, hour by hour, day by day. And just remember that we're not in control of everything around us. So whatever feels tangible for you, whatever steps you can take or changes you can make to bring more light, focus on that. Focus on gratitude. Hold space for yourself, for those around you. Then taking your palms to your outer thighs, really slowly start to bring them in towards each other. Taking both legs down to the right side of your mat. Arms extend out into a T. Relax here. Inhale, bring the legs back up, and exhale, take them down to the other side. Inhale, moving out of that twist and coming into our very last hip opener. This is our child's pose, Balasana. Take your arms along the insides of your legs. Hold on to the outer edges of your feet and just start to lift up through the heels. So you can also just hold the backs of your thighs, or you can hold the backs of your shins. You'll feel that hip opening. Just stop where you need to stop for a couple of breaths. For the last few minutes of our practice, we're going to move into the most restorative Shavasana, a little bit of a meditation. So when you're ready, go ahead and extend your legs forward. If you want to place something over your eyes or close your blinds, turn the lights off, set yourself up for 10 minutes of rest that will rejuvenate the body, the heart, the mind. Just breathe. Scan your body as we move into a new week. Check in with how you feel. How does this Sunday feel to you? If you're feeling anxious about the week ahead, just remember that this moment is what we have right now. This moment is what matters. We are breathing, we are here. We are supported and loved. Inhale that knowledge deep into your bones and your heart. And exhale whatever does not belong with you in this moment and in this space. Inhale love. Inhale gratitude. As you exhale, just feel as those layers peel back. Taking a really deep breath in and out. Let that breath bring you back. One finger and one toe at a time, just start to gently wiggle just as we began our practice, and we come full circle. We'll stretch out the wrists, the ankles. Move into a full body stretch. Inhale, arms reach all the way back, toes reach forward. Exhale, slowly let it go. We're going to curl over into a fetal position facing the right side of your mat. Knees are going to bend in, and your upper right arm can be your pillow if you don't have one. We turn to the right side as it is part of our heart that softens. Take what you need from this moment, from this space, from this practice, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and extend your top leg up. We're going to make our way into a cross-legged seat again. If you feel comfortable placing your hands in front of your heart, you can do that. Right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly is another option. As we move into the rest of our day and into a new week, what do we want to take with us? Can we take that gratitude, that feeling of being present, that love? Resolve to seal in those feelings and lead with them. Bring our hands together when you're ready. Thank you all for allowing me to be a part of your practice. Thank you, Uplift Black.org, for having me as part of the community. The light within me sees, honors, and feels the light within all of you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.